Steffi finally called Finn, y'all. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chess for the Bottom Beauty for April 9, 2025. Okay, y'all. So first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Steffi finally called Finn. About doggone time. I love that when Leon was like, you can't tell anybody. And I was like, well, how this gonna work out? Because first of all, there's blood on the ground and in the side of the house, so Bill's gonna see it. I thought he would have found out by now. I said they did this all backwards. He at the hospital, but he visiting who he said, an associate or something like that. I'm like, dude, really? But yeah, on today's episode, we're gonna start with Steffi and Liam. So she was asking him what happened and stuff, and it kind of seemed like she was wanting him to say that Bill had done it or something, because she was like, was it an accident? And just started asking or whatever. Well, with everything they got going on, I asked too. But yeah, so he started to remember. Why didn't he say, when she was like, so Bill did this to you? Why didn't he say, no, I fell. Bill had left, I fell and hit my head or something. He ain't say nothing. And they showed him remembering that he fell. But yeah, well, before he fell, it was like he was holding his nose or by his eyes or whatever. So I'm like, okay, was it already something going on up there or what? Look, they ain't told us nothing still. But yeah, she was asking him what happened. He started to remember everything. And he was like, he quit his job. I think that's the one thing he did say. He was like, he quit. And she was like, you love your job. Why? And he ended up saying because of Luna. Meanwhile, they finna get ready. I told y'all these crazies was gonna link up. I told y'all. Sheila said she done. Look, I done skipped already. But yeah, to finish with Steffi and Liam. Hold on, y'all. Let me move this out the way. To finish with Steffi and Liam, I think the last thing was he was saying nobody can know. He don't want nobody to tell. He don't want nobody to tell. He don't want her to tell nobody. And she was like, what? And he said he didn't want Kelly to know. Well, I think first she was like, why don't you want anybody to know? They care about you. Everybody cares about you or whatever. And he was like, he don't want Kelly to know as of right now. So she was like, okay, you don't want Kelly to know. I understand that. You don't want the kids to know. What about Finn? He's my husband. And he didn't want her to say nothing to nobody. So she hurry up, took that phone out and called Finn and let him know that she's at the hospital. It's not about the kids. It's not about her. It's about Liam. It's about Liam or whatever. So she told him to get down there. He said he was on his way. I thought he was going to come in and see how he was holding her hand or something. But nah. But yeah, that's how that happened with them. Finn and Bill. So Finn was in the office still wondering why his wife ain't called him yet. She finally called. She had plenty of time to call this man. But yeah, and Bill was like, Finn stopped him, first of all. And he was like, he was visiting an associate or a colleague or somebody. So I'm like, okay, like I'm waiting on Steffi to call Bill to find out. Them to show Bill seeing the blood on the ground. They missed up. Perfect opportunity once again. But yeah, so Finn started to talk. Bill was like, let me guess, this is about Luna. He was like, you welcome. He was like, you welcome. He was like, I got your daughter out of jail. She was gonna die in there. And he's like, I ain't got time to listen to you right now. I just got done listening to my son say the same thing. So you think I'm finna sit up here and listen to you? And Finn, it was like he was confronting him, but it was like he was doing that out of obligation to Steffi. You could tell. We all know he wants something to do with Sheila and Luna. But the whole Bill and Finn scene was just Finn fake being upset that he got Luna out of jail. Him over here saying how they can't tell him what to do. Basically, that's what he said. Y'all can't tell me what to do. I already heard it from Liam. He ends up revealing that Liam had quit and all this other stuff about Liam and his argument with him or his disagreement with him. And I think that's the only thing they showed with them. And I was like, about time. Hopefully he gone to the house to see the doggone blood and he can show it to the hospital. They should show him seeing the blood on the ground and inside the house or something. But next, Sheila and Luna. I said, they just skipped over. I said, how long they been sitting there? Don't they got on the same? I was like, wait a minute now. I was like, they still sitting in the same spot from Monday, ain't it? It's Wednesday. But yeah, Sheila and Luna, I think Sheila thought that she wanted to talk about Will, but she was like, no, the other guy. And she ends up talking about Finn. Well, first of all, Sheila told Luna that I'm all over the place today. Sheila told Luna that she'll never turn her back on her. She family and all this other stuff. So that's when they started talking about Finn, and she was saying how she been thinking about him, and it was nice because they shared a connection when he first found out that she was there, and Sheila started talking about her connection with him, and they both was just talking about their connection and how they know that Finn wanted something to do with them. But I about to say Sheila. But Steffi got in the way of that. And Sheila basically said she's not going to let Steffi interfere anymore. And I was like, I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on the crazies to unite. We finna finally get some action. I was like, so what? I'm confused about this. Cause I'm like, what they finna get ready to find out to get fans who have something to do with them? Cause I don't know. But lastly, we got Deacon, Carter, Daphne. So, I think Daphne she was just getting in the middle of them because they still trying to fight and stuff. They still trying to fight. Deacon was telling Carter he's not going to get away with this. He's going to pay. And I was like, okay, like you doing too much now. Now I understand defending your daughter and all this other stuff. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you doing too much. You over here talking like he done did something. Like he actually done did something. Like what? I said, you acting like he done did something. Like he actually done did something. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. They over here and like he really did something to the girl. I was like, it wasn't her company. It wasn't their company. And that's what Daphne was saying. Rich and Eric them deserved to have their company back. And he just started talking about she was betrayed and you could have at least told her. He did tell her that he was starting to feel guilty and he feel like he betrayed. What she said? She cocked the attitude and ran up out of there. Every time he tried to tell her that he was feeling guilty and maybe it's time to turn the company back over to them, she ain't want to hear it. What you talking about? So he didn't tell her, making it seem like he blindsided her or whatever. But yeah, he was just telling him he gonna pay and stuff, and they still trying to fight. And he said to Daphne, he told her to stay out of it something, and Carter was like, you talk to me. I said, look at him, already in love. No, that wasn't the part. It was when they was sitting on the desk and they was looking at each other. I said, look at him, in love already. Y'all know it take him 2.5 seconds to fall in love. I said, he in love already. He said, you talk to me. I was like, Carter. I said, Carter. But yeah, he ends up leaving. Deacon ends up leaving. I was waiting on him to catch his wife and his, what would that be? His granddaughter? His step-granddaughter? Is that a thing? I don't know. But yeah, since she low here want to be sneaky and stuff, they done got comfortable again. I was like, if he told you, and that's something I forgot. Luna was saying something about she didn't have nowhere to go, so it's good that Sheila said she would help. But yeah, to finish with Carter now, they sitting on the desk. She over here bandaging up his scar on the side of his eye. And she over here acting like she gonna kiss him. He acting like he gonna kiss her. He just staring at her. And I was like, I said, Deacon, come beat him up again. Deacon, come get him again. Come hit him again, Deacon. Yeah, they look like they was about to kiss, but they didn't. She was like, yeah, I think he told her that they was done. Daphne was talking about Hope to Carter, and that's when Carter was like, yeah, she don't want nothing to do with me or whatever. And she basically was like, that's good. That's news to me. That's news for me. Nah, that's music to my ears or whatever. That's all I need to know. Cause I'm right here. She like, I'm right in front of you or whatever. And I was like, girl, please. I said, now Hope, your turn. Oh, I forgot she can't come in the building. I said, the thing they gonna find out, because she told Steffi Carter can't know, is that she was working with Steffi the whole time. And I want to know if he's going to feel bad or regret his decision when he finds out that she was in cahoots with Steffi this whole time. I said, well, Brooke was doing the same thing once again. But yeah, so she was like I said, that was all. That was it. That was all. She just said she right there in front of him. What's in front of you or some type of way she put it. And that's when they look like they was about to kiss. And I said, he in love already. He's in love. He going to be telling her he love her next week. What's today? Wednesday? By next Wednesday, he gonna be telling her he in love with her. Y'all know he fall fast. They can't never get his man nobody that actually want him. Well, I don't know. Seem like Daphne want him as of right now, but we'll see how long that lasts. But that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. I be so random. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is how girls today and be safe.